Hi viewers, today I'm going to show you how you can make your own Mavic Pro Water Floats. Coming up. I'm Heathy Go Fast, and on this channel we focus on tips, ideas, modifications, inventions, reviews, you name it, we brain it. So if you're new here, consider subscribing, as there'll be plenty more tips and ideas to come. Alright, let's get into showing you how you can make your own water floats on the Mavic Pro right over here. Let's have a look at some tools over on the table, what you're going to need. Got to need a drill with an 8mm drill bit size. Maybe a angle grinder, some safety glasses, some glue, that's the heat gun glue, a saw, pointy nose pliers, some electrical tape, a small little screwdriver, flat nose preferably, and a texter, maybe a bit of a rag to wipe your hands because we're going to get a little bit of leftover silicone in the silicone tube. I'll show you what we're going to do with that. Some sharp scissors. These ones are designed to cut plastic and aluminium, and you'll need a ruler. So they're the tools that you need. Over here, you need to go to, here in Australia, where I bought these floats from Spotlight, or a place called Lincraft. They're only cost, for 2 ball floats, they're $4 for a pair. So 4 of them will set you back about $8. So you're going to need some floats. And these floats, the size of these are 100mm. That's what's written on the packet, so they're 100mm in size. The other thing you're going to need is 4 empty silicone nozzles. That's what these are here, 4 of them. And 2 empty, throwaway ones, silicone containers, empty silicone containers. So, let's get into making it and showing you how to do it. I'll move this Mavic Pro off. Get some more room. Okay, so you're going to get your saw for a start. I've already cut this just to save a little bit of time. And you want to cut the end off like this. It was around, we don't have to be too fussy at the start, but I've cut off about 30 centimetres for a start. So you cut that off just in a nice straight line. Now this is where you want to get your little screwdriver, and just under here, that's the plunger still left in there. So just carefully, you just want to go around the edge, show you best I can. Just loosen it up, just around the edge like this. When you can, you want to bend that little bit over. This is where your pointy nose pliers will come in handy. And then pull that out. And then you've got some leftover silicone in there. So just throw that bit, don't need that bit anymore. So you need a bit of rag to wipe away the silicone in here. This might take a minute. A little bit sticky stuff, but it's all clean. And there it is, it's all nice and clean now. Now for the size, this is what it's going to look like in the end. That's how you want it. So to get that, you want the side thickness right here, 1 centimetre in thickness. So that's when you just get your ruler. And there's a little crack, I don't know if you see it. Whoop, nearly dropped it. there's a little crackle line just in here. That's where you want to measure from. So just get your ruler. Don't know if you can see, sorry about that, but it's from that little crack there, 1 centimetre. So that's when you get your texture. I've already measured mine. There it is there. 1 centimetre there. So now that's the base where you want to cut. Now the other thing is, before you do that, before you start cutting, you want to make these. See, I've got these little flaps on the side, because that's going to be on the side of the Mavic Pro to hold it on. Now these, you want to cut them at 1 centimetre or 10 millimetres. So I'll just talk centimetres. So that one's at 1 centimetre. So I've already got that marked. So you get your ruler and you mark it like this. So it's 1 centimetre thick, because that's the size. Why I've cut that. That's your thickness right there of your Mavic Pro at the rear. Then directly opposite, so you want to get it right in the middle, so you just measure down the middle here. Then you want it 1 centimetre apart right there, like that. So now, this is where you get your sharp scissors, just careful of your fingers, and cut. I better come up a bit closer. Don't go past that little crack though. You've got to stop just before that little crack in the silicone container. So line her up. One there. One there. And you just bend that over. So there's one. There's one little flap like that. You're going to cut that off a little bit too in a minute. Then you go over the other side. You do the same thing. One there. One there. Again, you bend that over. So then it sort of looks like this. Looks like it's got its wings. And we're going to cut this off in a second. Now you go back, like I said before. Now I've already marked it. From that little line here, right there, to there, you want 1 centimetre. Then you get your scissors. Cut that one off, and you continue on around here. I'm going a little bit quick just for the sake of time, but just take your time with it. Now you might have a little bit of leftovers. You can either just get your sandpaper, just clean it up, or if you needed to take a little bit more off, that's when your grinder with the pad, you just need the pad on it, and you can just start that up and take a little bit more off. But I won't get it all perfect now, but that's what you've got to do. Just go around the edges, just take all the sharp bits off, and you get it nice and clean and neat like that. Now, next thing, you want to cut these a little bit off. So, you want to cut them off at 1.5 centimetres or 15 millimetres. So I'll get my little texture. There it is, there. Turn it over. There it is there. So I'm just going to cut this bit off now. One there. That one there. So it's starting to look like this one. Now you might be wondering why all the holes. Now I'll just put the text away. I did get the Mavic. When I first put it on, I didn't put all the holes on. There you go, that just sits there like that. And what happened was, when I had all the floats on, it was just a little bit too heavy with weight. And what you'll find is, once you've got them all on, and once you take off your plane, once it's going off, lifting off, my plane, it didn't stop. It didn't, you know, it would hover about 2 meters. Well, it didn't stop there. It actually just kept climbing and climbing because it was too much weight. Then I just, of course, put the toggle switch down and came back and landed. So we had to get rid of a little bit more weight. So now, with your texter, on this side, you just want to drill five holes each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So get your drill. You might want to put some safety glasses on. Just hang on it. You might want to put this in a vise. I can't put a vise here to show you, but just be careful with your fingers. Because when I did this originally, I had this all in a vise so it wouldn't turn. So what I'll do, I think you get the idea, because I've got 2 here anyway. So you keep going, you put about 5 holes. So it looks like so. And that just takes the weight off. Now, clear the table a little bit. So once you've got the back legs, they're like the back legs. Once you've got them made, now you move on to the floats. Now I've already done 2, and I'll show you how I've done these. I'll show you how to do the rear one first. You want it to look like this. So with your 2 empty nozzles, get your ruler, sit that there. This is the rear one. Now, you want to cut this off at 7 centimeters or 70 millimeters. So you put the end of your nozzles there, the bit where it screws in, at the very end of your ruler. There it is, 7 centimeters. Get your scissors. You cut that off there. Now you get your float. Normally with these floats, you see like it makes a nice, in the middle, right in the middle, right there, that marking, that's what I'm trying to say. So just put a little texture mark there, that's where you want to drill. So get your drill, I'll just stand up this, and with your 8mm drill bit size, you go right down the middle. You just hang on to the float. The drill bit goes a bit funny, just hang on it, just go down. You don't go down too far. Probably don't want to go to about that distance. That's all you need. So once you've done that, just get a little bit of excess stuff out. Now you're going to push this in here, and you want to go just to the end there, at the end of the groove. So you push that in. There it is. There's your one leg. There, we're going to put the other one. And there, they are going to screw like that underneath your plane. But with the glue stick, you just pull that out just to make sure it's going to stay in there. I've already got this one on. Just put a little bit of glue. You don't need a lot, just squirt. It's just a hot glue mix. Quickly push that in. And there it is. That won't move, that's solid now. So that's the rear one's done. So that's what it looks like there. And what you can do, you can just screw them on there. Oh, dropped it. So that one's ready. go. That one's ready. So now you're moving on to the front one. Now this one, you've got to go on a 45-degree angle. So again, you get your float, just mark it right in the middle again, black texture. Now you get your drill again. Now instead of going straight down, again, you want to go on an angle like this, on about a 45. Again, I've only gone about halfway, that's all you need. Now you're going to get your other silicone nozzle. Make sure there's no silicone in these either, because that just adds more weight. Now you don't have to cut any of these off, but you need to measure. Get the texture again. Now from the tip end, this end, put it on your ruler, and it's at 5.5 centimeters or 55 millimeters. That's where that's marked right there. So get your ruler from the tip there to here, where I've got the black texture mark. That's 5.5 centimeters or 55 millimeters. Again, there you go. You've got your angle, and you go, and you just go down to that mark. I'll just show you, just there. Again, with a heat gun, with the glue, you put a bit of glue in there, and you stick it there like that. So they're all ready. Now, I've shipped all this. Get rid of a bit of mess. Now, the other thing is you've got to do with your electrical tape. Here we are. You just get a bit about so long. Nothing too fancy there. Just cut a bit off. You want to stick that on the front of your leg of the Mavic, because that's going to help hold the nozzle on. I've got a bit of silicone on my hands, not sticking. Because I've already done this one. Because when you're putting the front legs on, tip it up like this. Goes on nice and firm. There's that one. There's that one. So then you just turn these away so they're nice and... That's why I went on the 45-degree angle, because it comes up nice and flat like this. Now with the rear ones, I don't know if you can see here, with your little flaps parts here, just push them on the back. One there. And one under there. I'll get this one back on. Now I'll move all the tools. So the other thing you're going to need, some zip ties. Now these zip ties, you can buy them at any hardware store, but these zip ties, you put them in, but then they lock on, but the beauty of these, it's got a little button there, you just press and they unzip again. So you don't go through heaps of zip ties, so they're the ones you need. So down here, on this flap, you're gonna, just trying to remember, I want this down the bottom. So I better face it. There we go. Just put that on a little bit like that for now. There's one. Let's get the other one on. We'll go this way. Now let's see if we can see. Oh, that one's falling off. Now what this is doing you just push them up tight, like so. What that's doing, that's just holding it on where those little flaps where we cut off before. Little zip ties hold it on just like that. So I'll quickly put the other one on. So again, you just sit it under there. Put the zips. There's one. And the other one. Just push them on tight. And that's it. I'll just pull out a bucket of water and I'll just show you down here. Fits in there, I think. Just. There we go. Floats nice and good. Plenty of good flotation there. And that's what it looks like. The other thing I did with mine, I did spray them black and find them. Here's one of the front ones. But I've got a very sharp knife, me fishing filleting knife. And I actually cut them down the side. They look a bit more like a tyre. But you don't have to do that. You can leave them just as they are. So that's all you got to do. And I'm only going to use this when I'm flying over a lake or rivers, just more of a safety precaution, just in case, I don't know, you might have a battery malfunction or something goes wrong and the plane lands, you're not making it back to home in time. So the plane will come down, unless it's going to land in the water, you know it's going to float. So anyway, that's how you make the floats. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, if you liked it, click on the like button. If you have any comments, any more tips, any suggestions, make sure you make some comments too. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.